So that's the only reason why I ended up leaving. It was COVID. I was pregnant, and I was very, very scared of getting sick. Yeah, I got bad anxiety, so I was very scared of getting sick. I didn't want to get COVID and die. So, like, when I first had my kids, I'm like, oh, I got my shit together. I'm financially stable. I'm cool. But once I had my kids, it's like, it ain't about being financial. Money is the last issue with some kids. It's the nurturing and the time. Gotta throw shade to make themselves look better. When you promote yourself, you don't gotta talk about what nobody else doing. I never post, like, even with the tech stuff, as much as I see people doing this, doing that, I never even mention what somebody else is doing. I just give myself props. Yeah, I give myself props. I'm not gonna tear you down to give myself some props.
Welcome to another episode of Salon Talk Literally, the podcast where we dive into a world of beauty, business, and everything in between.
We're here to bring you the real, the raw, and of course, the literal truth about what it's like working in the beauty industry with a few laughs along the way.
And we've got a really dope guest lined up for you today. All right, now let's get into today's topic. Trust me, you literally don't want to miss this one.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Welcome to another episode of Salon Talk Literally. I am Key, your host, and
I'm Diamond.
This is my co-host, and today we have Janice Griffin, y'all. Sorry, I am so horrible at pronouncing the name, but Janice Griffin is here, and so I just want to let you know a little bit about Janice. So she is a college graduate with a bachelor's in business management. She's a mother of 2 and a hairstylist since 2013. She opened up Wig Fanatics.
Yeah.
Wig Fanatics, y'all. It's a storefront. She opened up in 2021, and then she went on to start her own tax company, and it's called the Rich Fanatics Company in 2023.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's give her a round of applause.
Yay!
Sorry, y'all. I'm telling you, my pronunciation be crazy.
So
It's cool. I'm gonna use that as a TikTok.
For real. Like, but that's why I like it because it gotta stay raw and authentic. So it doesn't matter. Y'all know me by now, okay? But I still love my guests. I can talk to them prior to this and still jack up a name, okay?
Yep.
But we love y'all.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. So let's give us a little bit of background of where you are. What you say you're from Dallas. Kind of give us a little bit of how you start getting into the hair industry, things like that.
Okay, so yes, I'm from Dallas. When I graduated high school, I went off to college in Baton Rouge. I went to Southern University for 4 years. So that's where I really got into hair. Of course, I was younger, so it's only so much you could do when you 12, 13, and 14. So, of course, I'm doing hair in middle school. I'm doing hair in high school. So I get to college. I'm like, okay. Really, I kind of laid a low on the hair because I'm like, oh, I want to do sports. I want to do what everybody, all the other college students do.
Yeah,
ain't nobody working no job for real.
Right,
Everybody in school and they studying and, the one too. So I'm like, okay. So I'm doing nursing school and I'm just like, it just wasn't working for me. I'm a more hands-on.
You started off as going to nursing school.
For school, because I'm like, I think I could do this, but it wasn't hands-on enough for me. I learned by experience, so everything was bookwork, and I'm not a bookwork type of girl. I'm gonna show me what to do and I can do it. But nursing, you can't become a nurse like that. So I said, okay, fine, this ain't for me. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, so what am I gonna do? Because I don't want to go to school and just do the average stuff everybody do, just go to get a degree. So I'm like begging my mama, like, Mama, can I please quit? I don't want to do this no more. I'm just going to come home and I'm going to do hair. I don't need college for hair, whatever. So I ended up finding a way to basically be in both schools at the same time. Because really you can't use, I guess, financial aid for both schools or whatever. So I just paid for hair school out of pocket like monthly. I was called an apprenticeship. So it basically allowed me to, I had an apprenticeship license and everything. It allowed me to work in the shop. So it was more hands-on instead of like going to cosmetology school. So while I was in college, I get out of school or skip class sometime, depending on what the money was like. I go to the shop and I do hair. So that's how I got my hours, and that's how I was able to, finish cosmetology school. So that's
good. You got a different aspect. She went through an apprenticeship except for going through a regular
So I worked
school.
under, she like my sister now, but back then, of course, I didn't know her. Her name was Erica. I worked under her. We really, really still close to this day. So she was more so like my hair mentor, just teaching me how to really. She taught me a lot of stuff about hair, but more so professionalism in the shop, how to run my business, what I wanted, I mean from the smallest things, like because we used to have barbers in the shop, just wearing my apron, especially with men in there, you know. So a lot of stuff y'all see me like everybody be like,
school.
I like that though.
Yeah. Like I'm really people will think I'm the type of girl that like hang out, but I'm the type of girl that like cover my butt when I walk in the room with men, like you know. So she kind of taught me all that. So once I finished college, I went back home and I started working in a salon, Real Hair. With Larry, everybody know Larry, but anyway, he's like family.
I think I heard of him.
Yeah,
before.
I'm sure everybody
he's
know
in Dallas.
Yeah. I started working in Real Hair, and then from there, I worked in there until COVID, really.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I ended up leaving. It was COVID. I was pregnant, and I was very, very scared of getting sick. I got bad anxiety, so I was very scared of getting sick. I didn't want to get COVID and die. So I'm like, and I don't want to happen to my baby. So they ended up shutting everything down. I went home, and I'm like, okay, what can I do? Well, in the middle of that, I took a class. I had already took a wig class. I took a wig class in 2017, the only wig class I ever took. So I was making wigs while I was in the shop, but when it got time to like go home because of COVID, I'm like, okay, so what am I gonna do? Because I need to make some money. So I got up in the lab in my house. My whole house turned into, I mean, it was hair everywhere. I mean, the garage is a mess. It's a jet black mess.
It pulled it out of you. You gonna figure out what you got to do.
When I say my garage, and to this day, got jet black stains all over the floor.
Everywhere.
On the walls from combing and
that is so funny, but
I said, oh my God, yeah.
For real.
So I ended up making it work in my house, and it went from me making a wig for somebody posting it. As soon as I posted, they like, do you got another one? I'm like, oh shit, I don't got like. Then it was like, I post two, they gone. I'm like, okay. So then it got to I'm like, well, let me try this thing called like a little wig drop or whatever. So I think I made like 6. I still got the video on my phone. I made like 6. I lined them up on the fireplace. I took a video. Gone. So I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing. So
you knew you were working with something.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, cool. I did 6. Next thing you know, I'm doing 10. I'm doing 15. Next thing you know, I'm dropping at least 20 a week. Wow. So it was, 20 a month. 20 a month. I was pregnant. I couldn't do too much. I was dropping about 20 a month. They was color, style, ready to go.
Yeah.
So once COVID kind of slowed down, my wig business was just kind of getting too big for my house. Yeah. And the demand was just kind of like rolling. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I never wanted a salon, even though I have one. No, I never.
Never did.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I never. I'm cool with working by myself, and whoever like helping me. But I never wanted to like run a salon because it's just too much responsibility. So I ended up saying I want a wig store, not a salon, a wig store. So it wasn't people working in my shop at the beginning, wig store or whatever. And then my store is like 1,600 square foot. Okay. And it was just straight store. I mean, big open space. Like it took you a minute to get to the.
I love your little mannequin.
Yeah, it took you a minute to get to the register. And I'm like, okay, I can utilize this space. Like, it would be cool when I have a class, but how often do I just have class? Like I'm doing classes every week. So I ended up saying I'm about to change the whole store, invested a whole nother $25,000 and changed the whole store, built rooms, made the store a little smaller, just to utilize space. I really got bored in there. It was just, it got boring.
By yourself, you be bored.
It was boring. I'm like, okay, let me get some people in here.
What am I going to do now? Just a couple.
So I got like 5 suites now, and I have still a little small store
in the front part.
Yeah, okay. Not too much.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Just enough to handle.
Because you really don't need that much space to sell stuff.
You really don't. Like you will start realizing the space, how much you can utilize it in so many different ways. Once you in there, you like, I know I done changed this thing out like 4 times.
Yeah. And then I hate when my mind gets stuck on something and I'm like, oh, it got to get done. Yeah. Like now it's like, I don't care. It's going to get done. I don't care how much it costs. It's going to get done. So I hate it when my mind gets stuck on something because it's like,
and that could be a good and a bad trait.
And then I'm the type of person, I'm not going to, if I ask you to help me with something or do it, or you don't, I'm gonna get it done. So you got 2 seconds.
Look, give them 2.
You got a negative 2 seconds to do it before. Who? Okay,
and I'm about to ask you one time.
They be mad. Dang, you didn't even give me a chance to help. No, took too long, baby.
We're not even about to keep on going back and forth. No, like I'm gonna make it happen regardless. I love that because a lot of people struggle with that mentality. Like that's how you know, like you a go getter, you an entrepreneur. Like you're not about to sit around and let nothing just happen. You like if you want it done, you gonna go and get it done.
And that's cool, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready to like be a soft girl. I'm tired of being an alpha.
That was how it is.
It's cool, but
now you be wanting. It's come with maturity. Once you get to a certain age and you reach certain things,
I know how to work. Now I want to relax. I want to relax.
I don't want to pay all these bills
by myself.
I just want to be a soft girl era. I just want to be myself.
I'm trying to be a soft girl now. I didn't work hard enough.
I don't blame
after this
year.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I was like, baby, I'm starting to do things with giving me less and less responsibilities because this ain't it. That's ghetto.
Yeah, that's why I started transitioning. I'm just like, okay, cool, and it's less labor. My hands ain't all messed up, carpal tunnel in my wrist. Like I'm cool.
Yeah,
I can go to work looking decent. I gotta worry about getting bleach on my clothes. Like I'm like,
and then you got babies. You know, you want to average your time out. You want to have that mother time. You know, you want to just kind of come and go and have that freedom like you want to. And when you stuck in a salon all day, you can't do that.
Do it. Yep.
So and this head that might have supposed to take me 2 hours gonna take me 4 hours because her hair ain't clean. Her bundles was wet. It's just
don't you hate that? Like, girl, come pre-done.
Come ready.
What is going on?
So we could be rolling. I'm not trying to be in here as long as you ain't trying to be in here.
I'll be like, girl, I'm trying to get out just as much as y'all do. Do y'all know that? Y'all ain't got to worry about this. Over here, you ain't got to worry about sitting here all day because it ain't going to happen.
That part.
I'll be ready to get out.
In and out.
Yep. Speaking of the babies, how old are they?
They are 3 and 4.
Oh,
yeah.
3 and 4. You got them right.
Yeah, you had a
look, she like,
baby.
no, man.
Yeah, I had a COVID baby
right?
too.
Yeah, everybody told me that was the best thing ever, and I'm like, I'm waiting on that moment to feel like that.
Well,
Mom was like, it's when they get older.
It's when they get older.
Like
they young
and they busy, but when they get older, it's gonna be more rewarding.
That's what they say. Yeah. They
Trust
young.
Me, I got a 15-year-old, so they're gonna be. And then the fact that they got each other is gonna be.
Oh yeah, they close.
Yeah,
they young in turn right now.
Baby, don't I know I got a 4-year-old?
She got a 4, so she know.
Just imagine you had 2.
I cannot.
I messed up. I think it scarred me because originally I wanted like 5 kids.
Yeah,
but then 2 back to back.
You know why?
I shouldn't have did it. I mean, I ain't gonna say I shouldn't have, but it's the back to back.
It's that back to back. That's the thing.
Turn me
if you would have got that gap in between, you probably could have did it. But
it's also them COVID babies. They just wired different. Them kids that came during and after COVID, they are not normal human beings.
That
okay,
is funny.
They not.
Yeah, I don't know. They bossy.
They just it's like
they come out already ready.
Yeah, like
very demanding.
Yeah.
Very demanding. And then that second one gonna be worse than that first one. Just know.
I'm trying to tell people that it's always the second kid.
I can't imagine.
That first one, it give you a little experience, but that second one is always gonna boy, I'm telling you.
Wow, is this real?
Yeah.
She came out the womb like whining. Like my first baby, she was so good. I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
I can do
this gonna be easy.
Yeah.
But I'm not even thinking, y'all, my baby only 2-3 months before I get pregnant again. So I'm like, I didn't even experience the real part yet.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm pregnant while my baby's still turning 5 months, turning 6 months, and I'm pregnant. I'm growing with her.
Yes,
we month and month. She 2 months, I'm 2 months. Like, you know, we growing in what and what. So,
my goodness,
boy, when that second one came out, she was nothing like the first one. I mean, she cried. As soon as she came out, she just wanted to be held. I mean, days old. I'm like, oh, yeah, how the hell?
So now you got these 2 here.
Ooh. And everything is a battle. Everything is a contest. I kissed her. Mommy, kiss me. Everything. You just saw us last night. Mommy, kiss me again too. I kiss her. I'm like,
girl,
oh my
you
God.
got twins though.
Yeah,
but they probably opposite. But you got twins.
Yeah.
It's like crazy because when they that close together, and you got girls too.
Man,
wow.
Them personalities be one thing.
Be something else.
I just knew I was having boys though.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
I just wanted a boy real bad.
You wanted one so bad.
So the first one, I always thought it was a boy. Okay, wanted a boy. Cool. Let me rephrase. Okay, I'm cool. When something don't work out, I just. Like, if it's something I want to eat and I know I can't eat it no more, okay, switch my mind. I'm cool with that. Okay, it's a girl.
Yeah.
Let me let that sit in. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
That second one, I'm like, I know this.
You know it.
That's really why I really kept it. I'm like, it's going to be a boy. I'm going to be done. But we did that gender reveal and we popped that thing and it was pink. I walked in.
Girl, no, you was too
My mom was like, oh, you finna cry? I just bust out crying. I'm like,
are you serious?
I was
so
real
you
tears.
were devastated, huh?
And it was really pregnant hormones, but it's really how I felt. But I was like, oh my God, I'm really crying. Like,
did you get a chance to go through like that depression? You know how everybody say they got a postpartum?
Like after having kids?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When my therapist told me this too, I buried myself from work. So if I did,
you didn't even realize it.
Oh
wow.
My goodness.
I keep myself so busy, not on purpose though. I love to work.
You just love to work.
So work overpowered that postpartum that I might have went through. And I can honestly say I went through some things, but it probably wasn't postpartum, more personal stuff, you know. Yeah. But as far as like postpartum, like with my babies, I stay busy. So
wow,
it didn't even hit me. It didn't hit me. No,
Are you done?
I can honestly say it didn't hit me. I want some more kids.
You want some more
I do.
Especially you guys say you had 5. You was thinking about 5 at the beginning.
I do.
It's just you looking like, but give me a minute to let you kind of grow up.
So now it's like when I first had my kids, I'm like, oh, I got my shit together. I'm financially stable. I'm cool. But once I had my kids, it's like it ain't about being financial. Money is the last issue with some kids.
It's the time.
It's the nurturing and the time. So I'm like, right now I'm on the up and up. I don't have time to like nurse a baby and do what I would want to do. So I'm not even gonna be selfish and put myself
in that situation
or the baby. You know what I'm saying? I wanna when I have my next kid, I want to be settled. I want to be where I want to be. I want to be at the top and like I'm cool right here. Yeah. I don't want to be on the rise. Yes, because I'm doing too.
You already doing right now. You want to set that up. So once
I want to be set up, you could be like I thought I was set up. I thought I was cool. With phonetics, I'm like, oh, this. I got my shit together. I'm making money. We good. Now it's like, oh, I done got onto something. Now I'm like climbing back up this ladder. And
it seems like you always. It seem like we always like. Reclimbing back up another ladder. We be at the end. We get up on one part, and you back down again. Yeah. Like,
and I think
I gotta climb up this other ladder. Yeah, it's like we going up different ones.
Yeah, we're just being like alpha female, or just being, like just wanting more. It's like, do you think you'll ever get to that point?
Right.
Though?
We're gonna be satisfied. Is something wrong with us? I said, is something wrong with me? Like that's how I feel.
But that's why I asked you them questions because I'm like. We say we want that era, but we get in that softer and we gonna feel like, nah, I still got some more stuff to do. I got something else to do. And we get like that. It's like, is it gonna ever be to where we really just be? I feel like for me, I feel like I'll be scared of getting too comfortable in that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like that. A part of me wanted it, but then a part of me like, but I still need to be doing something. Yeah. So I kind of go back and forth.
I think you can have both though.
I do too.
Like I think you can have both. I do think that you have to give something up to gain something. You
definitely got to give you're gonna have to
give something up, but if it's all, it's never really balanced. Really balanced don't really exist. You know what I'm saying?
Balance but I think you can have both.
I think we'll be cool going this hard if we had that, I guess, person to put you in that software era to where like you working hard and you did this. Let me surprise you with a bag. Let me just because you working hard. Like if we was kind of
not even there,
which it ain't even. That we should be getting rewarded for stuff we want to do or supposed to do, but I think it'll make it easier and it'll feel much
anything
better.
That makes it easier. I feel like anything that takes a job off of you, or if you come in and like make it easy for me, like you investing in my business to make me out of this, out of there, where I don't have to be like. The only person making the moves, where you making the moves a little bit lesser for me, then
or I'm coming to your shop like, hey, why this plumbing looking like this? Let me call somebody. I don't want to have to be the one to make all every time it's something.
I have to ask.
If I'm mentioning something, I need for you to just find a solution for that for me. Like where I don't have to think so hard and figure it out and wear all these hats. And I'm like,
it's always having to figure it out instead of having like your partner be like, okay, else. What's going on in here? Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a plumber I can call for you, or I got somebody that can come do this. Like just making it a little easier for me.
That always make your life
even harder when I have. Girl,
listen, because the fact of it is you gonna be on point on
and then
everything.
You into my business more than me. You want to see why ain't no wigs on the wall, where the hair is, what we got going on, what we need to order.
Motivate you to be on your stuff more because you got this person that's holding you accountable for it to not keep going.
Somebody that love your business more than you. Like
basically, what we need is a partner. But I ain't gonna hold you. I need a solid man of God because I can't deal with the ones
definitely
for the streets.
Not for the streets. For sure. No, we don't want none of them. No. At all. And it seems to be like that right now.
Yeah. God fearing for sure.
Yeah, he got to be. That's one thing that is just required for me.
Yeah, number one.
Period.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah,
that is good. So. Once you got into the wig making thing, you start saying, hey, this works for me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to open up me a shop. Right. Like what? So the inventory started getting heavy to where you had to find.
Yeah, I needed
You needed another space.
And then, you know what? I think I got bored working out of my house. Mm-hmm. I needed a new setting.
Yes.
Yeah. I needed a new,
you feel at times you can just get really like, where you feel like, okay, I'm stuck. Like I need something else.
Yeah.
And that goes back to what I was talking about when you feel like, okay, I gotta keep going.
And then I realized I was never turning it off I was never turning it off when I was in my house.
And
so I would
is
be
good.
working from the time I wake up to the time I lay my head down. It wasn't no pause. It wasn't, because all my work right here. So I was
separation.
Let me go get this done.
That's
right quick.
the reason why I didn't work at home.
I'm getting in the tub and I'm thinking about, I ain't gonna put this bleach on. I'm jumping out the tub to rinse bleach off on the, like, it was just too much. I'm like, I need to be able to cut it off. So let me get a brick and mortar and then I can leave and it's done.
That
so
was one of my main things
home.
of trying to find that balance. You know, like we need to know when to cut things off, when to rest, when to do this, when to do that. That was a very big challenge for me at a time in my life. Like, so now I'm big on like, girl.
Me too.
Cut.
Yeah,
I'm not about to play with you.
Tomorrow, my personal day.
I ain't even worried about it, girl. What if it burned down? Okay, I'll worry about it tomorrow. At this point, I ain't got time. So it's too much because you can overly stress yourself out over things that you have no control over. So I'm big on that balance, or trying to have balance.
Trying to have it.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yes, trust me,
it's a
all
constant thing when you're an entrepreneur. Just always
make
it work.
Always.
Yep. So you have been, let me see, you opened a storefront in 2021, and in 2023 you got into the tax business. So tell us how that was, like the transition. What inspired that?
It's so crazy because I never thought about going in that lane. I had a friend that does taxes or whatever, and she kind of recruited me. Like, hey, like, you such a sweet person. You such a good person. Everybody loves you. You do good business. Like, you should start doing taxes. No, I actually got Deja. I actually got her.
You got her started?
Yeah, I got her started her own company.
Okay, that's
so kind of what the girl did to me. I got Deja. I'm like, girl, you need to do this. Like, so. Deja's like my other baby.
Girl, she be having going on. I want to try to get her. I've reached out, but she hasn't responded yet. So
I'm gonna talk to her. No, that's my girl. So so the girl kind of brought me in and she was like, hey, friend, she was like, I want you to be on, you know what's so crazy? She never asked me to be on her tax team.
Okay.
She wanted me to basically, it's kind of like you be under their umbrella. Okay. You know, I'm going to give you some software. Like, I want you to do taxes, like be one of my EROs. Basically, you have your own team, but we all, it's like my people, like I'm Rich Phonetics Co., but like Deja, top
they
tier.
They still have their own.
Details, tax solutions. I got about 12 EROs under me that have their own company. So I might
have to be talked to you.
Yes, we do. Y'all gonna be next for sure.
That's all.
So I'm
you
for
know,
real.
we talk after this.
We
got recruited this year, but I kind of got a little too consumed with everything else. I was like, I'm gonna put that on pause.
For real. So she brought me in and she was just like telling me like, hey, like I'm just now about to run out my tax money. It was almost tax time again, and she like, no, I make bank off of this. Like, for real. She like, it's so easy. And she just kind of breaking it down to me how to do it. You know, showing me little tricks. Like, this is what you could do, but blah, blah, blah. Like, all this other stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I got with it. It's so crazy because I didn't go with her, though. I didn't go with her. She planted the seed for me. And I always give her props because it's so crazy because the people that I'm with, she with them now. So it worked out fine.
We
ended up on the same team anyway. But at first, it was kind of like I ended up not going with her because, you know, what she was asking for was something. I mean, it was a lot, you know. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm cool, but I ain't green for real, you know. But that's still my job. I get it. I'm like, So I end up doing one of my clients. She was telling me about this lady. She was like, hey, I got this lady for you. She was like, no, she do taxes. She said, no, she make millions of dollars. She said, now, for real, like, that's what you need to get when she do good business. She's very professional. None of that extra, none of that Facebook drama, none of that. So I'm like, okay, cool. She a little more laid back, whatever. She can forward. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she ended up linking me with her. We took her class. And then from there, it was cool. And I did that in December, right before tax season. I did good my first season though. I got
last year or this year?
Last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had just started in December. What? Like she threw me in there, and I'm just like, oh wait, okay. Yeah. So at this point, my godmom, she helps me with my business a lot. Joy. Okay. So y'all probably see me talking about her, but she helps me with everything. Like she's my my secretary. She's my partner. She my man. She my sister.
I know that's
my girlfriend, my boyfriend.
Somebody like that though.
Yeah, so that's my dog. So she helped me stay together. Like if y'all looked at my story yesterday, she was on my tail about these folders. We don't play about due diligence. Keeping people's stuff together. You know, you got to be ready. You know, so Dang, I lost my train of thought. But yeah,
you was talking about how you get.
So she brought me in. Yeah, she brought me in or whatever. So I got started. It's cool, but I didn't have time to really like soak it all in and like get my shit together like I like to do with my businesses. So as you see this year, tax.
This year you doing good. I've seen it now.
Since we finished tax season last year, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm finna go all in. Then next thing you know, I got people signing up for my team. I had over about 60 tax preparers on my team myself. Yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm studying getting EROs with their team. So that's perfect. Which that service bureau stuff it's called a service bureau when you get people to like start their own tax team with you. Yeah, that's really where it's at. Okay, that's where it's at.
So that's the key part right there. Yeah. Okay, because see now you just dropped a gem because
for sure.
I do be seeing, of course, it's almost 1,000 something people that do taxes, but
it's a lot.
I said, did I jump in this in the wrong time?
I know it, and that's what I was
seeing
shot
out of nowhere
because I was like. Every time I look up, somebody doing, But it's about the team that you are up under people. But I realized that because you didn't used to see it to where people was sharing the information, and it's a team now.
I'm telling you, I started that. They can't tell me I didn't.
That's why I said out of nowhere I just start seeing.
And if people was doing it, it wasn't people still wasn't catching on to it. But once I started posting about, let me make you a boss and software and this and that, everybody software. That's all I see. I'm like, man, I was not doing that. I'm like,
I'm telling you, girl,
they was not doing that at first.
And then now
because it was all about be on my team. Because it's a percentage split. Because you do a lot, so the percentage split is it makes sense for sure. Because as much as we do, it makes sense. So it was more so percentage split, not like let me make you your own boss.
Okay, so that
I said, all right. I ain't tripping though, because that's how it be.
But that's how it be. That's how it be. And then you know that once you start somebody else is gonna meet it. So that's just how it. But that long as you know, you. And
I'm not saying nobody ever done it before. I'm saying they weren't pushing it or dropping the info like I was.
I love that though because that goes to you being, like you a visionary person. It comes like that different, and you open it up to where like other people realize that, and who don't want to be their own boss.
Right. That's I make so many like good friends in the tax industry, and not even off of business wise. Like we be cool. Like I had a girl call me last night from New Orleans at 11 o'clock. I'm like, hello. She like, friend, hey, I'm so sorry to call you this. Like she just running it down. She telling me about the person she under or whatever. We just talking, and she's like, man, I'm telling you, as soon as it's over, I'm gonna be with you next year. Like, so even if you don't just get the business, like when you build that friendship and you look out for people, they gonna come
mess with you. Back.
And all my EROs, like I had a girl, she wrote about me on her thing, and she said, I'm not telling y'all who my mentor is. She was like, she's such a hidden gem. Like, I love the way she fuck with me. Like, she makes sure I'm straight. She, so when I say she made this long paragraph, she was like, and I'm not telling y'all who I am. I said, God.
Look, they be trying to still keep
I said, not nigga you out of myself. I said, I need you out of myself future.
Yeah. Because you might make an impact on somebody that bad that they like, no, I don't want to share her.
It's just being good people and looking out for people. I even just had 2 of my girls.
Because that's hard to find.
Yeah. I had 2 of my girls that's on my team this year or whatever. So make the long story short, they just used to doing stuff a different way. I said, hey, let me set you up on your software. Because I don't want to try to change how you do stuff. I want to make this easier for you.
Forget
me. It ain't about me. It ain't about no money. It ain't about no money like that or nothing like that. I'm like, forget me. I'm all for the team. What can we do for you?
Make it better.
I set her up on her own stuff. She like, man, like you is like, are you for real? Like,
because I'm telling you, people really will get it, and it's all about getting, like you said, the people on there. But how do you help them grow? How do you help them?
I don't want you to be
that's what it's about. You don't want them to be just there.
Because the more they grow, the more you grow.
Yeah, the more they grow, you be like, why would you
people be like they girls, and they for people winning. But I'm really like that.
No,
I would really get you. Here you go. Like I'm really like that.
That is so good. Yeah, I love that, and that's what it is. It needs to be more people like that. You know what I'm saying? One thing I can say that I have experienced since I've been here, and no shade at all, but it's a lot of people that pretend to be who they want, say that they gonna be, and they really don't be, you know. And I'm not used to that because I'm such a girl's girl. I am, like, girl, like we all do the same stuff. I don't, girl, I'm so happy for you. Right? Like I'm going.
I don't even look at other people.
I don't care. I care about you as an individual. Yeah. Like, what's up? Are you good? You got a good personality? Are you a good person? Like that's what I look at. So, it just could be like it's so much just people just savages and scammers and different things. It's just crazy. Like
then they'll act like they want you to be doing good until you start doing a little better than them, and then it's just like,
but they don't realize that. I can see that. Like, we can see through that. You know, like, it's not hard to hide.
Nice girls, really mean girls.
And the mean girls.
Yeah, I don't like
we
that.
don't want to talk about the mean girls.
Definitely.
But baby, because it be some mean girls.
Steph gotta throw shade to make themselves look better. When you promote yourself, you don't gotta talk about
do that.
what nobody else doing. I never post, like, even with the tech stuff, as much as I see people doing this, doing that, I never even mention what somebody else is doing.
But that should make you feel good because you already know.
I give myself props. I'm not gonna tear you down to give myself some props.
No, because what is that gonna gain for you?
And I ain't no hater, because baby, however you getting it. Hey, just don't get. If you doing something wrong, just don't get
on my stuff.
And don't get caught. Hey, do your thing. Do your thing.
And that's what I'm like.
All that.
All that thing. You know what I'm saying? But and it's like, but don't. I feel like. It's good ones and it's bad ones. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But you know, the bad ones be bad.
For sure.
Like, so it's just like, for real. I mean, just being honest, you know, because that's what's going on. But it's just like, I still feel like it still has some type of integrity.
Oh, definitely.
On top of
integrity, period.
That part. Yeah, it still has that type of integrity.
I think that's what makes at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what makes my brain.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, because you could be all that. All that. But if you treat people still good with it, they gonna stay with you.
Yeah,
they gonna stay doing what they gotta do.
Even though I'm like up and coming and whatever, I'm new to the industry. People say I'm over, like older people, it's like that's been in the industry. They like, oh, she over her head, like she doing too much. They think I'm over my head, but it's cool because
I don't think I think you doing good. You know, like I
was
literally
just listening to church. They just said, stop telling your big vision to small people.
Don't do that. Yes,
stop telling your big vision to small people.
Y'all
never see it.
No, they can't see
none of
that. Girl, because they only see this
and
smaller you.
I love proving them wrong.
They always want to. We talk about those doubters. They always want to keep you in a box or something. You know, like this hairstylist. Now she trying to do this. She's trying to do that. Who said we got to stay stuck to one thing?
Yeah, that part.
You know?
And that's why I say I might not know every tax law in the book, but I know how to run a business. I know how to be good to people.
Right.
I know how to make sure my client's straight. And I know how to love on my people and take care of them. That's all you need to do.
That's it. You can only give what you know.
That's all.
And it's still up to the person to figure out and find out more and research more.
That's why I always tell people, just because you take my class don't mean you're not gonna learn something. I got 2 mentors. I can go meet a third person that do texting and learn something totally different. You're never gonna learn everything in one time. It's no way. It's impossible.
Yep.
It's a journey. You learn as you go. You know, I can give you the blueprint. I can show you the basics. I can show you a little stuff outside of the basics, but the more stuff you're gonna learn more through experience than what I can teach you, because every situation gonna be different.
Totally different.
It's always gonna be different. So, and when we get to that, we gonna tackle that. And what's the next thing?
Absolutely. I agree with you 1,000% because I'm telling you, it's so like. Starting a business is so much aspects to it. My God. And then it was like when you got into the text thing from transition to a whole total separate thing than what you used to do.
Different. It's so different.
How was that like? Was you like... But you know the good advantage that you did have is that you knew so many people. So it was a little bit more easier to kind of talk to people. But just imagine it like coming from a whole total separate industry and then got to go into that.
It was different.
Like, it still was different for you?
Yeah, it was very, very different because even marketing it is different, right? Because if you haven't like learned a lot yet, it's hard to even know what to say when you're trying to market. I'm like, okay, what I'm supposed to say right now? Even with credit, like I just started my credit business probably about 4 or 5 months ago. I got over 100 clients, right? But then it's just getting to the point where I'm like, okay, how do I talk about credit because it's new to me? So now, like at night, I'll read an ebook. I'll watch a video of somebody like teaching you how to I educate myself as much as I can because I'm like, I need to understand what I'm doing.
Because they gotta be able to trust that you know.
Right. I know what to do, but do you understand what you're doing? So it's more so about me learning to understand what I'm doing now, so I can talk about it. It's hard to talk about something you don't really deeply know about, right?
Especially when you trying to get all the information yourself. I get it. That's why I asked you that because I was like, dang, fairly being new and then transitioning it over like that. Like, how was that?
Yeah, it's different for sure. I'm still getting used to it. Taxes, I'm cool now. I'm second year in, so I'm cool. Credit, I'm still
you still
okay, how do I do
that?
this? And then I'm fussing at my people. I'm deleting. They not building. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? You're messing up my results. I can't even post this shit. What we doing? Like, so I'm realizing like, okay, I need to get a better workflow when it comes to my credit. Like, hey, okay, you signed up. Hey, go sign up for this, and that. It's very crucial for you to build while I'm deleting. Most people don't understand that. They think I'm deleting that they credit gonna shoot to the moon. But it's not like that.
That's a good one though, because I don't think that they really do understand.
Yeah, they don't.
Think that once you start doing credit repair and you're deleting stuff that will gain. But that's where I feel like that would be a good topic to be talking about.
Yeah. Honestly, no credit history, studying late payments, not building positive credit. I beat that regardless of what I'm deleting.
I follow a lot of tax people. I mean, credit repair people too, but nobody really breaks down the difference.
Yeah,
I think that's a great aspect because people don't know. They just think they paying you a service,
and that you're gonna make their credit $700 the next month.
And it's not their fault. They don't know. That's why I feel like that would be definitely good if you enter that market. Yeah. That would be a good aspect to go into it because, like I said, I just learned that too recently. It's all about the profile.
Yeah, it's about the profile.
It's definitely about the profile.
I'm cleaning it up, but I can't build it. I'm not you. You know what I'm saying?
So, you got to be the one to build it.
It's
and
a partnership.
On top of that, you can still have bad credit, but the profile is the matter. So if you still build it on top of the profile, that's what's going to bring it up. They don't know that, though.
They don't know that.
Yeah, so that's why I say
I'll reach out to my clients. Like, I'll look at their report and I'll say, hey, I send them a list of stuff. Go ahead and sign up for this if you can. We need to start building this credit. It's not strong enough. Yeah. I'm deleting it. Now your score dropping. You thought it was going to rise up because I'm deleting, but I'm not. You don't have nothing on this credit.
Nothing on it.
So me deleting it
and just imagine you taking everything off and they still don't have nothing on it. So it's nothing.
Bad, no credit is bad credit. So
and that's what I feel like the difference it be.
Yeah,
nobody be really understanding
not
that.
being educated. I was gonna say that was actually a great clip. Yep.
Yes.
That was so good.
Yeah. That's why I said I had learned that between Shonda, you, and just kind of like some more other information. I'm like, okay, I get it now. Though it's about the profile. You can still have collections on there. You can still have, but it's about what you building up. You can go outside of it and turn around and still build up on top of it. Yeah, but that's gonna go stronger than it do for the collection side.
It's real life a partnership. Like it's a job for me and it's a job for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not just me.
A lot of people. And that's where they get it
thinking I paid you and you. You supposed to make this happen.
Right.
It's not like that.
Yeah. Yep, I can see that.
Yep. How do you balance everything? We talked about balance. We know that balance is really, whatever. But like, how do you
juggle basically all of those businesses?
Motherhood, the tax business, the credit repair business. When do you find time for you?
Random.
Yeah,
like after this, sporadic. I'm probably gonna go like give me some food and go have me a little drink like by myself. Like it'll be random.
But you need those random times.
It's never like where I can just plan. It more so happen out the blue. Like okay, I got time. My kids said, let me go do this right quick while I can. Right. But it's definitely hard, especially with the kids because you don't. Like I said in my last podcast, I don't want my kids to grow up thinking like, damn, my mama was not there or she didn't give me attention. Or, so like I said, every chance I get, I'm hugging on them. I'm telling them how beautiful they are. I'm kissing on them. I'm hugging. Come cuddle with me. Like I'm loving on my babies. Let's go to the movies. What you want to do? Like I'm into that. But it's just like the timing. Like right now it's tax season. I'm super, super busy. Even like my mom fussing me all the time. Like get off that phone. You know why they not listening to you because you're not paying attention. It's just like damn. And I be beating myself up and it make me feel so bad. I'm like, I hope I'm not. Hard. Yeah, I hope I'm not planting these seeds in my kids to where they grow up and be like, or they think they can do what they want to do. Yeah. Not that they disrespectful. They only 3 and 4, but kids grow up off of
what they see.
Yeah, and this is the time they're getting molded.
This is it.
To like how to love or how to be loved or how they need to act. And I'm like, I just need to make sure I'm doing my part.
That's it.
Don't be hard on yourself, though.
I definitely be hard on myself about my kids.
I know. I can tell that because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to tell you.
I'm like, am I doing this
Don't be so hard on yourself. Try to balance it as much as you can. And then delegate too if you have to. You got support. I think a lot of us deal with not having support. We don't have that. Like how you do.
That is not a problem.
And
I swear. My mama don't play. My granny don't play.
Yeah.
They daddy don't play. His sister, like, they gon'
drop
anything. If I need them, they're gonna drop. They don't care.
Yeah. So that's what I was getting to. Since you got that support, delegate your time out. Like, then that way you can focus fully on what you do, and then when you with them, you with them.
Focus on them.
If I can give you any kind of key points, I would suggest that, because like you do, the time is so precious, especially with kids, and they grow up so fast. You look up, you be like, dang. And then you don't want to have no regrets later, because of course we all could look back and be like, man, if I could have did this a little different, I got grown kids.
Then you see so many grown kids, they traumatized because my mama never gave me
attention. Or if they turn around and remind you about something that you never thought that happened, you be like, when?
Then they craving attention from all these other people because they never got it at home, and it's just like,
you don't want that to be for you and your kids. So that's why, if I can give any suggestion about that, because both of my kids are grown. Like, so I always say, I went my whole 20s to mid 30s building and doing the same thing, like going hard, because I wanted to build something. You know what I'm saying? But what I did not do, thank God, back home I had support system too. So my kids was at my mom's house or somebody's house. But if I could have got more time in, I wished I would have got more time in, but now I make sure that at this point in my life, I am present, like crazy present. And to this day, when my daughter comes up and she got a question for me, I put my phone down. I'm like, hey, what? I got my full attention on what she's saying. So she don't think that I'm too busy. So definitely. I always say, depend on your support system. Always. The good thing is I wish my support system was here.
I know.
So now I just got to juggle as much as possible and make stuff work.
Your baby's big too. It's a lot of.
That's the good thing. Because if I was little, I would be. I don't know if I would have been able to make it in Dallas. I mean, honestly, for real.
Put me by my mama.
Yeah, it would be hard. Or I would have moved my mama here. Something would have happened.
I'm trying to get my mom.
Girl, and that's the hard part of getting them out of their comfortness. It's hard to move them up here. You can't just do it and take them out of their life and move. They not going for it.
They stubborn. They not playing it.
Oh my God. I know the time has gotten up with us. Oh my God, we enjoyed you today.
Thank you.
Can you let everybody know where to find you if you got anything going on? Okay. Tell us about that,
Okay. So my Instagram or
wherever they can find.
So my Instagram for Wig Fanatics is Wig Fanatics. We have a store located in DeSoto at 1409 North Cocker Hill Road, DeSoto, Texas 75115. Make sure y'all put DeSoto in there because it will take you to Dallas.
Okay.
I also have an office in my store where I do taxes if somebody wants to come in, but really it's just my little spot to like go hide and do my business. But if y'all want to walk in and get tax services, that's fine too. Our Instagram for my tax services is Rich Fanatics Co. On Instagram, and you can always DM me, ask me questions, get a quote, a free estimate, whatever you need. I'll also be looking for other tax bosses to join me. I won't get started really till after tax season unless you're already in the tax industry, because honestly, right now it's crunch time. It's no time for me to sit down and teach you, and I would love to teach you the proper way. So I don't like doing it last minute, but right after tax season, if you're interested in becoming a tax preparer on my team or starting your own tax team, I would definitely love to train you up, mentor you, and have you ready for next season.
All right. Yes. Y'all go look her up. I enjoyed speaking to you today. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes. I love this.
Yes.
This is so good, y'all. So let's give her a round of applause. Yes. And we will see you guys on the next episode of Salon Talk Literally.
Y'all go make sure y'all go follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. Bye.